Oh, I might smack you a little bit. You need help? Huh? Why do you always have to see your butt crack? Huh? What's that looking at his ass? You are so not welcome. Excuse me, big head. Thank you, handsome. What you say? What you say? This is garbage almost in my Why? Why, Jesus? Why, Father God? I just be ready to fling all his damn toys outside. Yo. I never really had another one. Alligator. Good morning. I am going to work. I'm on to the first job. You know, I wouldn't even mind working my second job sometimes in the morning if they had like shifts open. Like I would do like well, I don't think my mom would let me do a 9:30 to 5. And what people don't get is that as much as I would love to just, work a lot, I can't because of the simple fact that I have to ask my mom, right? Because she watches my son. So I would need to make sure that, that with whatever hours I would like to do, you know, she approves of it. So my work schedule actually has to go off by my mom, which is crazy, right? But, she's the one that watches my son. So, I can't just be like, oh, here, mom, watch him from 9:30 to 5. Because, she might not want to do it or she might, got something that she got to get done. So it literally just depends on the situation. You know what I mean? You've been at work since 3 a.m. God bless you. Okay, I remember when I used to work in Hollywood. I used to, now they talk about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd be like, what the? I remember one time I had a really bad, like that migraine, child. I was ready to fight that migraine. I had such a, like when I tell you a horrible migraine. Oh, my God. You get like one of them headaches and you just be like, damn, I remember that. Like, damn, I remember that. That's the one I never forget. That's a migraine I never forget. That's a migraine I will never forget. Honest to God. But I've always been a working girl, and the funny thing is, like, I've always had that view in the back is beautiful. I've always had three. I'm three. Sorry, I've always had two jobs. Like, I've always been a working girl, so that's never been an issue for me. Because before I even had no, I used to work two jobs. So stuff like that, it never bothered me. Like, I literally would just work. You know what I mean? I like working, so that's why I said for me, right? It would be hard if my man were to say, "Hey, babe, don't work." I'd be like, "But what?" Like, wait, what you say? I just don't think I would be able to do it because I'm so used to, getting up in the morning, dealing with, people and just going to work. So, kind of just having that, that time away from the kids. You know what I mean? Respectfully. Sometimes you break. And like in the summertime, and I wouldn't want to be home all day, every day. That would drive me crazy. Like, I would want to, work. I'm not really big on shopping. That's not really my thing. Or like the shoes and stuff like that. That's not for me. And the makeup and all that. That's none of that stuff is for me. So give me working, give me doing the laundry, give me cooking dinner, give me watching the kids, give me, things of that nature, keep me busy with something. And I can't do the shopping thing. It's like, ugh, drives me insane. I can't do it. But like, God damn. Bird, excuse me. Like, excuse me, bird, okay? There's a difference between work and having a hobby. That much is true. I agree. But my hobby would be, give me the home. Let me be the woman of the home. Let me do everything while you go. Now, if you didn't want me to work, then respectfully speaking, I would have to have another child because I would need to stay busy. So the baby would definitely keep me busy. You know what I mean? And if you'd be like, all right, cool, I'm glad that you want to work. That's cool. That's a big ass truck behind you. Yeah, there is no effort in this outfit. And I think you could tell. I think I was just like, whatever. I thought the first thing I saw that matched. That looked great because I was like, I don't care. It's Monday. Mondays and Thursdays, I'll be like, oh, whatever. I don't really care. Tuesdays, I'm like, okay. Wednesdays, I don't really care. Fridays, I'd be like, all right, cool. Saturdays, all right. Saturdays, I call Saturdays the mommy run day because that's, when you got to go to Taekwondo or I'm going to the grocery store, just something like that. Every day is a new day. So that's how I look at it. So I don't know. You got to deal with different people and different energy and all that good stuff. I wonder how many people on here are genuinely morning people. Because some people be like, the morning is not for them. I am definitely a morning girl. Like if I had to be somewhere early in the morning, I would get up about, depending on the drive, right? I remember Noah's freaking little doctor used to be like ridiculously far. So I used to have to wake him up like freaking 3 o'clock in the morning and leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning. That used to be crazy. Like it was nuts. Literally, it was nuts. Crazy. But I'm genuinely a morning person. I like the morning time. So I am a morning girl. Okay. Give me the morning all day. If somebody told me that's why I work the morning shift, because I like getting up in the morning. Even in my other job I had, I would get up in the morning. Like I was literally a morning girl. So it's not weird. Excuse me. It's not weird working at night because I'm used to it. It's that I'm ready to go. I'm that girl to be like, okay, it's 9:25. Gotta start getting my stuff ready. Walk out the door. And again, I wouldn't even mind staying, but again, it was too much because of me having to get him ready for it. Like my schedule is very hectic, to be honest, you guys. I could do my first job from 7 to 2, right? I never want to see past 2:15 because when I hit the traffic, it takes me a little minute to get there, right? And if I leave at 2:30, I'm damn near just getting there by the white on rice, okay? And me leaving at 2, I feel like, well, I lose out on money because I'm not able to stay for 30 minutes later. So I gotta take the bad with the good and the good with the bad. Hey, Ashley. And then like my second job that I have, I work it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which used to be 6 days, but I started taking off Mondays because I started to notice that my son was only going to class on Saturday. Excuse me, Saturday. At one time Saturday, then I took off permanently Wednesday as my days off because I'm like I want to get him to class more than 1 to 2 days because I'm paying for the stuff. So I would request off Mondays. Like I requested off a lot of Mondays. And I did Mondays so I could bring the question on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Like I don't want to be paying for something and he's not able to go because of the way that I work. I don't think that that's fair to him. He didn't ask to be put in this, and he's in it now, and he likes it, so it's my responsibility to give him the break. I tell you guys, everything falls on me. Like, I have to have a test done for his bladder, and I'm going to ask the doctor to hold off on it because he's not getting his medicine properly. So I'm not going to lie, it's extremely frustrating because I don't feel that I should need to tell grown people every single day, constantly at the same time, hey, did he take his medicine? Hey, did he take his medicine? I think that's a bit much when you know how to administer the medicine already. So it's not being done properly. And now, again, everything's falling back on me because the way that the medicine should be working is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And that's extremely frustrating. So then I thought to myself, well, maybe I should just take off permanently Monday, Wednesday, and like sometimes Saturdays because I need my son to be having this medicine the way it's supposed to be given to him, and it's not. And that's frustrating. So, and then when I would call to check every day, my mother would get frustrated. She's like, well, you need to stop calling me every day. No, I do need to call you every day because you're still not giving me the medicine properly. And that's like when I found out Noah had epilepsy. I was getting really offended because the doctors were asking me, well, does he have it? Does he have it? And I'm saying to them, I don't know because I haven't even gotten the results back. And from my understanding, this is when I first found out. The gentleman that did Noah's test said that, it would take longer because it was around Christmas, like around Christmas. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I kept getting asked. I said, I don't know because I haven't gotten any results back yet. And then when he had his seizure after that, that's when I found out he has epilepsy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was angry. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. And like that time when he was younger and they had to put him to sleep to do something. Noah basically fought the medicine off, and I felt they were taking too long. And don't get me wrong, I understand they have a procedure that they have to do. I get that. Because they have to look out for themselves. I get that. I understand. I respect that. But it was frustrating because my son was fighting the medicine off. And I'm like, y'all are not going to, put another needle on him because that's not going to happen. Not happening. Not happening. My baby's not a guinea pig. You know what I mean? So you're not going to treat him like that. And it's up to me as his mother to say something. You know what I mean? Like, no. I feel like they always get a second opinion all the time. I don't care how far I gotta go. I know the furthest I'll have to probably go is Boston, I think. Which I'm cool with it. Just might as well have to get on the plane and just take Bibles all the time. Because I would be nervous, but definitely no. Somebody said not one time. Now one time, my love, now one time. So I'm gonna turn the phone on and leave it on and continue my conversation, respectfully speaking. Now back to the original program. I gotta go to the gas station. I am riding around with 84 miles left in my tank. Like I don't got somewhere to be. I know next week I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know that for sure. Can't check my schedule. And this week I work Sunday, I'm off today. I work tomorrow, I'm off Wednesday. I work Thursday. I think I'm off Friday, and I think I work Saturday. I don't even remember how my damn schedule is. And it's crazy because like I request a lot of time off because of things that I need to get done. See, I just got tired. That's funny. I literally just got tired. And you can hear that in my voice now. I don't know if their gas station is open yet. I'm trying to go to the gas station real quick before I go to work. Is it? No. Oh, crap. The gas station not open yet. I like to go to the gas station early in the morning because I just think it's a lot better for moi, to be honest with you guys. There is some park right here. So it's the gas station. I am so tired. And I hate when it happens. But yeah, that's just kind of like what I think, you guys, just to be honest with you guys. Give it a bug. Oh, that too. Sorry, guys. So, you know what? Let's talk about that real quick before I gotta go to work. Right. Thank you. I personally, and I get it, some men are cool with this, some women are fine with it. I get that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman filling up her own gas tank. Because when she's by herself, what you want to do? Call your husband and say, "Hey, babe, you can fill up my gas tank." I don't know. I just think certain things are just fine. Which again, it's fine. If a man wants to do it, I'm all for it. Just I just want to be able to do something for myself. And plus, on top of that, I'm not used to that. So my whole thing is, it's fine, for people that like to do. Which I'm not knocking because I think it's very sweet if it just wants to do that, of course. But I'm just used to filling up my own gas tank. I'm tired. I hate this happens to this time doesn't happen. Independent women are hard to take care of because they aren't used to having to take care. I'm not gonna say that, right? Because again, for me, I can adjust very easily if you want to do everything. Listen, if you want to fill up my gas tank, baby, here go the car keys, okay? If you want to pay for dinner, I'm looking at the menu. Okay? Like, I can adjust very easily to it because I would want a man to still be a man. And I would never want to take that from him. You know what I mean? Like how I wouldn't want him to take me being a woman from me. So I could respect the morals and the values and the lessons that, his family or his mother or his father taught him being a man. I would never take that from him. So I would let a man be a man. That's fine. But, just don't forget that we're teens. You know what I mean? So, again, I've never had that. So, somebody said you can't be both, but if a woman is hard to take care of, it probably has nothing to do with being independent or not. Don't you mean you can't be both? You can still be independent and be. That's amazing. I love that because I'm not sitting up here saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna let him pay for dinner. Or I'm not gonna let him tap me on my shoulder and I'm gonna roll over, or I'm not gonna, keep it tight and keep it cute for him." Like, no, I would easily adjust to a man being a man. I thought you were sleeping. Shit, I'm trying. I don't mind. She's ignoring me because she don't see the bad chat, but chats before. I don't have to sit here and grace negativity with the conversation when I'm having a positive conversation with somebody. So I don't care about the negative comments. I don't. At least you guys are on here. And good negative things, everything comes with good and bad. It's like being good morning, sunshine, beautiful, bestie lady. Good morning, William. Absolutely. I'm just saying I don't have to pay no attention. People are on here. I'm not on there. It's a difference. So I'm having an amazing conversation with you. Period. You know what I mean? Somebody said, yeah, but some of the comments are just nuts. I didn't even see them. Because my eyes were closed. I didn't see them. And I honestly, y'all know if I see something crazy, I'll be like, I'll block it. But I can't spend on my time when you're blocking comments, which, if something is a bit, too much, you know, it's like, no, get out of here. Anyway, no, she's not a guy. You know what I was? I was born a man. I was born a full blown man. See how something like that is crazy. So back to the conversation, respectfully speaking. I'm not late for work. I already work at 7 o'clock. Just that happens to be real close. That's why you should make. You don't have. No. I already have two of them. I have Q and I have James as my moderators. You funny. I'm being so. I'm just not. I'm not paying attention to the negative comment. It's just. I'm not addressing it anymore. It's ridiculous. I'm not about to sit here and spend my whole day speaking about negative people. It makes no sense. You have more viewers this morning when you were getting dressed like all out. Okay, that's nice. But people are still on here, so it doesn't matter. See, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't have to address that when you obviously, respectfully know that, and that's why I'm saying, yeah, but you need more. No, I agree. The more the better. I do agree. But that's why I'm saying with you, I would definitely, I don't think that an independent, it depends on the woman, right? Because I'm the type of woman, I can adjust to change very easily. But this is where, a conversation needs to come in. If you say, hey, baby, I don't want you working, or let me be the man of the house, or something, well, a man shouldn't even have to tell me that. He should just be it. But then again, I feel like there's a lot of things that I just feel a conversation needs to be had, right? If you get the attention you get, no, I agree. I definitely do agree that I need more. But I would have Kiva, like I would have no disrespect to you, Ashley, because I love you very much, right? But I'm not used to you being on here. Like I'm used to, other people that I know. Communication is definitely important. It is, because I feel a man shouldn't tell me, hey, let me be the man in the house, right? I just feel he should know that. Just how a woman should know how to be a woman. But then again, nowadays with this generation, you need to have communication. I would, ask the man, well, what do you expect me to do, and what do you plan on doing? Thank you. Especially your minor lives. That bad comment make it pretty hard to get through. Not really, because in the morning, you're just getting ready with me, so there's nothing to it but just to do it. I don't I don't care about the negative comments. I'm not. It's just whatever. I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing because somebody feels away. Then get off my page. It's literally just a click of a button. All you gotta do is just get off and move on to this. I agree, but I can't spend all day. I would be here for hours doing that. You know what I mean? And I get, all attention isn't good attention. I get that. We would talk about it instead of one person saying you have to do this. No, I agree. That's why I tell people, when you first start, let me speak for me. When I first start, and I don't mean this to no disrespect for me, because I say this all the time. I don't want to know your favorite color. Good morning. Right? Thank you. And sometimes the message will even remove itself if they feel like it's too disrespectful. Because that's how I got it inside my chat. I don't want to know your favorite color. I don't want to know. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I want to know you as a whole. Right? And a lot of people say, don't judge me for my past. And I agree. And I get it. Your past is your past, and it should stay there. But I tell people all the time, be careful with that, because if your past is really some deep, make sure that it's not going to come back and bite you in your ass when you got your family, or you have, you're financially stable, or when you feel like you're secure within everything. And that's when the real test starts to come. Right? My face, I have a very strong face because God made it this way. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just about timing, pretty much. Ashley, that's all it is. It's nothing, disrespectful to you. Oh my goodness, yes, for sure. That's could definitely come back to hurt a healthy relationship. And that's what I'm saying. That's why for me, I genuinely feel if a man cannot communicate with me, I have a problem. right? And it was Asher. I thought it was Ashley. My bad. And sometimes I don't even gotta say nothing because y'all say it for me. Respectfully speaking, you know what I mean? And that's why I tell people it is genuinely important to be healed. Because if you are not healed within your relationship, you can really mess up somebody else. And that's not fair. Like, I genuinely believe if you are not fully healed with something and or someone, don't get with nobody because you hurt them in the long run. All right. And that's not fair because they didn't do whatever somebody else did to you. So don't take that frustration out of them. I tell people that I am such a firm believer in that. Don't treat me no way I would never treat you. Because whatever she did to you, respectfully, I'm not her. And respectfully, you're not him. So if I'm, taking a leap of faith, if I'm giving you this chance, don't think you're gonna come in and just start barking. Cause I will cut the leash and have you walking by yourself. Cause it's either I'm gonna walk beside you. One thing I never want to do is I never want to walk behind you, and I never want to walk in front of you. But I always want to walk on the side of you. You know what I mean? Because we're a union, we're one, we're a team. So whatever you're going through, you got to talk to me. I can't figure it out. I can't read your mind. I can't know what's wrong unless I sit down and say, what's the matter? People be needing a soul cleaning before walking into people. I agree. Like, you genuinely need to know you. Like, you got to sit there and you got to deal with that hurt and that pain before you get with somebody else. Because in the long, y'all could even move in together and everything, be fussing like cats and damn dogs. But on the outside, nobody knows nothing. But on the inside, that home ain't no home. No, like, I want to be able to turn my key, know that I see you, and know that okay, we could talk about it. We gonna figure it out. I don't want to be barking up a tree with you, and then we gotta walk out in public and act like everything is okay. Because no, in the end, somebody gonna lose their damn mind and just lose it. Aw, that's beautiful. I love that. Absolutely. I'm just keeping it a buck because at the end of the day, it's not easy. And I tell people, if you hurt, deal with that hurt. If somebody hurts you, you deal with it. I don't know if you want to go to God for it. I don't know if you want to write about it. I don't know if you want to rap about it, but deal with it. Why are you so pretty? Because my mom and my dad made me one. Right? You just got to deal with it. And some people, sometimes, they'll try to get with somebody just to be with somebody. Right? And then the long run, baby, that's not fine because you're not going to be happy. Now, they may think, now the other person may be thinking, oh, yeah, this is my man. We go out together, we do things, and that man is not an inkling of a happiness. Not near one. Not one. Because the person that he wants to be with hurt him. Now, I tell people again, sometimes y'all can hurt each other, right? Walk away for years. Come back and have grown from that. Come back, have an understanding of that. Come back with forgiving each other, and you actually end up being right back together, but it's healthy. You've healed, and now you are grown. And now you can grow with each other and talk to each other and not at each other. I tell people, listen, God works in mysterious ways. I tell you that much for sure. Now that I would definitely tell you, because sometimes you would think, I'll never see this person again, or I'll never see this person again, or I'll never be with this person, or you know, the person that I truly love is with somebody else and they happy, baby. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that because you don't know what tomorrow got in store for you. You don't know what's gonna happen. And remember, I tell people all the time, just because they look like somebody happy, baby, you don't know that. Only they know if they're happy. And a person can fake the funk, okay? A woman can fake the funk, and a man will fake the funk just because they think that they harming you. No, you're harming yourself. Period. Because I'm telling you, the type of person that you pray for, you might get it. And it's not gonna be what you not gonna be what you want. You're gonna be like, well, damn, did I pray wrong? Because I know I pray for a good man, not a crazy man, okay? Something like that. So this word is like this, you know? So you just tell him thank you right after you thank God. You're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Favorite song at the moment. Favorite song at the moment would be Javante. Well, I'm an Omari and Javante, and it's called Special. Nobody gets what they want. Even God doesn't get 100% of you. I listen. I feel like if people gave God 100% of them, the world would be a better place. But Black Queen, period, King, period, period. Thank you, thank you. Right? I would just always be careful because I tell people, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's fine to pray. Nothing wrong with that. But sometimes God will put somebody in your life for a season, for a reason. But again, this is where I say you have to be able to see the signs. Like you have to be able to read between the lines, right? And sometimes even if you can't, you can say, okay, God, I know that this person is in my life for a reason, but are they in my life for a season? You know, can you show me what am I supposed to see? And I tell people, one thing I believe is once you start digging for stuff, you find it, don't be surprised. You know, don't be surprised because when you go looking for something, you find it. It's definitely hard to see sometimes. And you know what? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's literally right in front of your face. And you just don't want to see it because you want to be with somebody or yeah, you like when you pray, you really have to I will never tell nobody how to pray, but I do know that you have to really be careful with what you ask for and you gotta be real specific in it because, you know, God wants to know, okay, well, what is it that you want? Where's your boyfriend? I don't know, I don't got one. Keep telling me all that. Right? So again, like for me personally, I'm fine right now being by myself. I got a little crush and whatever, but you know. But other than that, no. Advice from a black single woman is crazy. Why is that crazy? Because I'm telling people that they should want to be happy. Because I'm telling people that if they want a good man, pray for it, but just be careful what you pray for, and to be able to read between the lines, and just be careful with what they get themselves into. There's nothing wrong with that. I would never keep another woman single. If this is what you want, that's fine. But I would say, baby, be careful. That's all. Hi, good morning. Hi. Where are you from? Newark, boo. You need to find yourself a tall, handsome black guy. There's nothing. I'm not sitting up here saying someone, oh my goodness, if he said you need to leave him. No, whatever works for you works for you. That's for you to figure out. And I tell people sometimes a woman wants it so bad that she will be blinded by it and she don't see it. There is nothing wrong with another woman telling a woman, listen, I'm just looking out for you. I want the best for you, but just be careful. That's all I'm saying. The same way guys be talking, because guys talk more than girls. So let's just be very clear because y'all talk way more than women do, okay? Way more. Y'all be the first one. Nah, man, shorty, off for sheer for it. Oh, but it's okay for y'all to do that. But it's wrong for a woman to tell another woman just be careful. I would never want to keep another woman single, right? I would never want to do that. But I would never want somebody's daughter to be hurt by something that she could have seen in the beginning. So men talk way more than women do, and I don't give a damn what nobody say because I done been in a few places and I be like, well, damn, I know, I'm not bugging. Abortion. I personally don't believe in abortions. I believe that if a child is meant to be here, a child is going to be here. Now, if you were, you know what, by a family member or by, you know, a stranger, and that's your decision, I always tell people just make sure you could, when you make that bed up at night, you can lie in it. It's everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Whatever decision somebody makes, I am not God. I am not going to judge you, right? Exactly. So I'm against abortions. I don't knock anybody who is not, because at the end of the day, I'm not you. I haven't gone through the fire you've gone through. I haven't been through the storm you've gone through. So I can't tell you what to feel. You know what I mean? Are you religious? I believe in God. That's why I'm raising my daughters to speak their mind and always tell the truth. And I tell people absolutely 100%, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. And I always tell people there is a way to communicate. You don't got to be all da 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 all loud and extra. No, you don't have to do that. I can tell you how I feel, or I can even pull you to the side, right? I can engage in conversation with you. I don't got to be all loud and obnoxious about it. You look very nice. So thank you, Eric. Right. So for me, if a man can't give me communication, if a man can't give me a sense of security, if a man can't give me a sense of protection, what am I doing with you? Like these are things that I will want you to give me the same way you will want me to give you certain things. So I just think it's just about respect on both ends. When you're open and honest and there's communication and what happens in your home stays in your home, I don't believe nobody can come in and knock it down. Like that person just said, advice from the black single person is crazy, right? I could see if I was telling somebody, yeah, tell your friends all your business or tell your mama all your business. No, I'm telling you guys, keep home home. Because home and the streets and your friendships are everything has a different lane. Your friendships have a different lane than your relationships. Your family, relationships has a different relationship than your actual relationship. So I would say keep home home. That way nobody can get inside your business because nobody won't know nothing if you don't say something. Good morning, good morning. Wait, what? What somebody say? It doesn't work like this. We have a natural chemical bond to beyond love what we previously. Nobody said everything has to be physical. No, you need way more. Did you hear the conversation? Because I know I'm not bugging. I just literally said I will let a man be a man. You know what I mean? And it's way more than just physical. I tell people that, listen, the intimacy could be amazing, but the communication can suck ass. Okay? If I can't sit here and have a random conversation with you and we just hoochie coochie in, that's not going to work for me. Like I want to be able to talk to you before. I want to be able to be, in a sense of an adult while we in the midst of intimacy, like go deeper or go harder or something like that. And then I want to be able to talk about it after, and then I want to be able to watch a movie with you or go to dinner and still just have communication with you. Like everything takes time. And nobody said it was just physical. I don't know what you heard. I like the mic, so thank you. It's hard to hear me. What? Hey. Everything has to match on areas, otherwise I agree. Like and I tell people that's why I believe that sometimes if you begin your relationship by having hard conversations, towards the middle it won't be so bad because you'll be like, okay, well, I know that this is a trigger for you, so I know not to act like, or I know how to keep you calm. So I know that if you get mad, I know how to calm you down. There are different, I believe, like as I get older, that's why I genuinely believe in conversation. I genuinely believe that communication is just the key to everything because I need to know what's going on. How do you feel, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally? Is there something I can do to help? Is there something I can do financially to help you? Is there something like, do you just need me to sit with you? Tell me what you need from me. and I will give it to you. You know what I mean? See, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it, you know? And I tell people sometimes there's nothing wrong with, and again, I think this goes back to the intimate part of a conversation, because I need to know, again, what you like and what you don't like. And I need to know if I can give you these things, because certain things I don't do, right? So if a man says, say that's a deal breaker for me, then I'll know, okay, well, you're not for me, because again, I'm going to know what I am going to do and what I'm not going to do. So, I mean, it's just as simple as that. And I'd rather not waste, my time. Somebody said, what's about her? Child, I threw in told her there was no effort in this morning. There was none. I threw in the first damn clothes that I seen, threw my hair in a bun, put the heart earring on with the heart necklace, and I called it a day. I don't care today. It's Monday. As long as I know I could get in my car and it starts and I could go to work, clock in and clock out and still pay my bills, I don't care if I have pajamas on. No, I take that all back. No. Because no. I don't care if I had on a red shirt with some blue pants. Like, I don't care. Right? I always ask myself, am I ready for a relationship? Am I ready for the next person? If the answer is yes, then the other person should ask that question to themselves. I agree. And I always tell people, you should genuinely ask yourself, okay, because with the way certain people are nowadays, you really need to ask yourself, okay, well, am I ready for this? Am I ready to maybe give up my friends? Am I ready to give up that time? Am I ready to give up, my free time? Am I ready to have my location on? Am I ready to be around somebody all the time? Am I ready to share my space? Am I mentally ready? Am I physically ready? Am I spiritually ready? Am I emotionally ready? You got to get yourself together before somebody else could come inside your life, because they can't come in and fix you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to come fix, you got to know. I would want a man that knows what he wants and why he want it, because I know what I want and why I want it. I don't want somebody playing with me. Respectfully, I don't want a little boy. I want a man. You know what I mean? And that's just me keeping it a buck. That's understandable, because you were married for a while. That's understandable. That is completely, anybody could definitely understand that. Nobody wouldn't be mad at the way, well, I wouldn't be mad at the way you feel, because at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you're ready. I don't want to step into something and then say, okay, well, this is too much, or, you want too much, or, I can't give you this. That's why I tell people, if you want to come into my life, I'm busy. 2 jobs, a single mother. I'm not going to sit here and waste no man's time. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you know right off the bat, listen, I got 2 jobs. I'll be tired as hell, and I have a son. I can't give you quality time. I can't give you that physical time. I can't give these things to you because I don't even have them to give. I'm not going to waste a man's time. I'm going to let you know right off the bat. Yes, I have guy friends. I have a lot of male friends. If you're not okay with that, then baby, no disrespect, you got to go, because my son don't know you, and you're not finna be picking him up and dropping him off when I've known somebody for 10, 15 years that has done it. No, I'm just not doing it. And I tell people all the time, if I have to sacrifice my life because I'm a mother, then fucking so be it. It is what it is, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to let my son go with Johnny, and I met Johnny last night. I'm not doing it. And I don't want every man around my son. You know what I mean? Because that looks crazy. So, the men that I've known for like 10 years, 15 years, 12 years, like, these men have been in my life way before my son. So, yeah, they're going to be in my son's life. You know what I mean? But Jimmy ain't. Todd ain't. June not. No, It just, no. I'm not going to have every man around I'm not doing that. Somebody said I respect that. I'm keeping it a buck. Yes, that ain't right for a man to come into your life and have you change everything. No way. Listen, Tabby, damn. And I'm not even, and this is where people say, oh my goodness, because you're so independent. No, because I have a routine, I have a schedule, I have it packed down. So if you're going to come into my life, respectfully speaking, that's fine. But understand, there are a lot of things right now, I can't give a man quality time. My ass would be too damn tired. Like if he was to say, oh baby, call out, I'm not calling out in. Because at the end of the day, you go home to your house, you turn your key, you pay your bills. I need to be able to do the same thing. I need to be able to go in my home, turn my key, and pay my bills. Like I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit up here and switch it up because you came along. Now in time, I would have no problem with, taking time off or, you know, working, but like, not too late so I can still see you. Then the kids got school, then I'm gonna have to start picking them up and dropping them off. So no, I can't do it right now. I cannot do it. And I'm not gonna lie to myself, and I'm not gonna lie to no man. I'm not gonna bring somebody in knowing that they really want this, and I can't give them what they want. That's not right. Why would you need a schedule if I was sick the boy by? Honestly, the best time I've lived has been my single. That's the truth. Right. Take time, build trust, build a relationship, build a life together, period. I'm just saying, like, I can't, everybody not gonna be around my child. That's not happening. Because respectfully speaking, people will come in, and they will act like they just the nicest person in the world and then do something to your child. Oh, yeah, okay. No, not. You know how many people wish that they would have just took the time and their baby still been here? And my heart sincerely goes out to them. That's why you have to be, like, you just have to be careful. Nowadays, you have to be. I'm gonna go, you guys, because I gotta get ready to go. I love you guys. I actually like this live. I love when my lives are like this, when the conversations are good. You guys actually woke me up. So I love you guys. You have good priorities, period. Right? And that's the independence in me. But again, if the right man comes along and he wants to take care of me, he's a good man, I will let this man be a man. But I will keep it 100% honest with him about everything. Any questions that this man may have, I'm going to answer them. Don't be surprised by my answers, baby, because I'm human. And remember, you just coming in, I had a life before you. All right? So don't judge me. I love you guys. Have an amazing, amazing day. Period. Love you guys. We will definitely be finishing this conversation later on. Let Jesus be your first man. Jesus is always my first man. Praise the Lord and swear every day. You guys have an amazing day. Stay blessed, stay humble, stay beautiful, stay true. Let your next move be your best move. Thank you for kicking it with your girl A. I love you guys. Take care.